The pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses are falling. It's you must go, and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed, white with snow. It's I'll be in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
First of all, can everybody hear? If you can't, if I start to mumble, could you just put your hand up or make yourself known? Welcome. We're here today to say farewell to Robert William Upston, Bob, to remember his long life and to reunite him with his deeply loved wife, Margaret. My name is Jenny Bullough, and in the summer of 2016, I met with Bob to plan Margaret's simple, humanist funeral. Today, with gratitude to Michael and Nigel for their help, I feel touched and honoured to be guiding you through Bob's own burial. It was his express wish to have a ceremony that mirrored Margaret's, and I hope you find that this one does. Bob was nearly 91 when he died at St Nicholas's house in Church Stoke. With his family at his side and free from all medication, old age and severe frailty finally caught up with him, and he quietly and peacefully slipped away. Bob's was a long, full and well-lived life, and he was blessed with a good death. Michael and Nigel have asked me to thank you all for coming and for your support of their father in recent years. And I'm sure you all know how much Bob enjoyed the company of the Rad Lads each Thursday night at the Duke's in Prestine. The family are deeply grateful to the staff of St Nicholas's home for their dedicated care, compassion and love towards Bob during his 10 months residence. They would particularly like to thank Joy for staying with them until the very end. Her presence was very comforting for Bob, Michael said, as he passed from this life. After the ceremony, you are all warmly invited back to the Duke's for light refreshments. And if you'd like to give a donation in Bob's memory, all monies will be going to Air Ambulance. The Air Ambulance was a charity close to Bob's heart and gave an invaluable service to motorcyclists around Prestine. We're going to now hear some words written specially for this occasion by Annette and Teresa.
Dad, a race through time. Your racing days are over, Dad, and you've kissed us all goodbye. So open up your wings of steel and fly up high in the sky. sailing through the mist of time till you reach the other side, where you will find great peace and love rolling gently on the tide. You steam through life as on a train, with a gentle breeze like summer rain. Fly high with Mum, now you're together, once again, forever and ever. Amen.
Will you wheel me down the cobbles when all my driving's done? Warm me with your love as I pass in the autumn sun. Then lay me with my Margaret, my bride, my only love, and hear my last post sweetly sung by robin, finch and dove.
You'll be hearing more words about Bob when you're back at the Dukes. And Michael will be giving a tribute. We're going to have time now for you to be with your own thoughts and memories of Bob, father, grandfather, friend, and devoted husband to Margaret. If you have a faith, you may like to take this time to say a silent prayer. And Michael and Nigel are going to be playing some music.
No, they're over there.
Need a chair? What chairs?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
We have chairs at least.
Yeah, I'll get you change.
Where would you like to be? Just here?
Yeah, could or just here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Try over there.
There you go. Yeah.
Maybe over there.
Thank
people
you.
can see them.
Oh yeah, I suppose they can. Okay. Okay. Fingers are so cold.
really special to have done that for both
For
of
both.
you.
He always wanted,
Really
that's what he
lovely.
specifically asked
Yeah.
for.
Bob had many wonderful and valued qualities and attributes. He was generous, inquisitive, ambitious, and organised. A sweet-toothed lover of chocolates and cakes, an embracer of new technology, a daredevil with a fearless streak who chose to drive every mode of transport, from car through motorbike to disability scooter, at full throttle. In all that he did, Bob was practical, determined and stubborn. A man who knew his own mind and was always right. These last qualities are wittily reflected in a poem by Edgar Albert Guest. Here are verses that could have been written with not only Bob in mind, but also several family members, it was suggested to me, had inherited and shared those very same traits. Bob may no longer be a physical presence, but his legacy evidently lives on in his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, and so into the future and generations yet to come. And this poem that we found is called It Couldn't Be Done, and it's by Edgar Albert Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but maybe he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done. And he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Huh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quid it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done. And he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Over the years, Bob regularly visited Margaret's grave, and I was told that each time he passed the cemetery, his instructions to her were, "Keep it warm for me." And now, as Bob's coffin is lowered into the grave that the Upstons will share for eternity, we entrust his body to the safekeeping of the earth, the source of life for us all.
I know, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Bob, into the embrace of nature we release you. Into the warmth of our memories we commit you. Into the eternal cycle of life we free you. Bob will now become part of this tranquil place for all seasons and for all time. Through the long hot days of summer, the cold and chill of winter, through the freshness, green and blossoms of spring, the mists and the glorious colours of autumn. surrounded by the landscape that in life he and Margaret loved and shared. They will forever be here, together and at rest. We have some rosemary for those of you who would like to put a sprig into the grave, and rosemary is the herb, as you probably know, for remembrance.
I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to